All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right. Let me get this. And this is the book of Sirach, known as Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 5, verse 7. It says, "Make no tarry to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance." All right, so it says, make no tarry to turn to the Lord, man. Meaning what, man? Don't procrastinate, don't hesitate to turn back to the Heavenly Father and His law, statutes, and commandments, and rehearse the righteous acts to the best of your ability. All right, it says, put not off from day to day. All right, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance, man. So because the Lord, hasn't cracked those clouds yet and judged on the spot. All right, according to Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. All right, because sentence against the evil workers not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the Son of Man is fully set them to do evil, man. All right, so hey, man, because the Lord ain't judged right on the spot, man. You think because you sitting up, comfortable, laid back, sitting pretty, that nothing's gonna happen, man. But thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance, man. Because that's what's coming, man. All right, the Lord's coming back. All right, to wreak havoc on this place, man. The Lord's coming back for vengeance, man. To pay back those who pierced His side, man. Pay back those who lost the law while they had liberty. All right, it say the same was gnawed at the death by pain, man. But that's what the Lord is trying to bring, man. All right, it's rather sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right, while you sitting back, all right, dancing, sitting back, partying and bullshit. The Lord say, hey, it's better to be in a house of mourning than the house of feasting, man. All right. So it says, it says, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So a lot of people are gonna die, man. Why? Because they're putting off the Lord, man, from day to day, man. They have other important things to attend to. This is Baruch, no, Salakia. This is Zechariah chapter 7, verse 11. It says, but they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears, that they should not hear. Right? Because 2/3 of the children of Israel was consisting of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And they despised these words. They refused to listen, man. They refused to hearken and incline their ear to the Heavenly Father and His law, statutes, and commandments. All right? They're putting their hands in their ear like little children, man. All right? And because they refuse to hear what's profitable to them. All right? The 2/3 of the children of Israel are going to pay for that, man. All right? Because it tells you that wisdom and knowledge should be the stability at our times. But they don't want to hear this wisdom. They don't want to get it while it's, available to them. All right? They're lost in the law while they yet have liberty. All right? And because the result of that is death, man. All right? Because, the wages of sin is death, man. All right? 2/3 of the children of Israel, they're programmed and prone to a death style. They're not about that life, all right? They're not about everlasting life. They're about death. So that's what's coming to them. Why? Because they refuse to hearken, man. They refuse to turn back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father. This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. All right, so the Lord knew that 2/3 of the children of Israel would not hear him, man. He knew that they would not listen, all right, to correction. Why? Because he's the creator, man. You think the creator don't know his creation? All right, that's how the Lord knew, because he know you, man. He said, before you was even formed in the belly, I knew thee. Formed in the womb, I knew thee. All right, it said, for I knew that they were not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. All right, stiff-necked, man. You know, meaning that they won't turn, from their wickedness. It says, but in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves, because we didn't turn from our wickedness, the Lord put us into slavery, man. Put us into captivity. And here we are today, all right, in captivity, all right. But the Lord tells you it's going to come a time, all right, that we're going to remember ourselves, all right, because the Lord's going to stir our minds back in the way of remembrance. Roughly paraphrase, says that as we once knew this, because we did know this, man, we knew the law and we kept it, all right. So here we're not doing that. But it said, but in the land of their captivity, they should remember themselves. The only ones that's doing that is the hopeful elect, man. All right, that remnant that the Lord kept, that was gonna come back and follow His laws, statutes, commandments, and do them, rehearse the righteous acts to the best of their ability. All right, those few good men. All right, the Lord knew that 2/3 of the children of Israel wouldn't do that, man. So that's why the Lord said this. Zechariah chapter 13. 13 verse 8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, 2/3 therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. All right. So 2/3 of the children of Israel gotta go. All right. But the 1/3, all right, that small, that very small portion of that pie chart, it says, but the third shall be left therein. All right, the 1/3 men, women, and children who is listening, who is obedient, who is inclining their ear and hearkening to the law. It says, verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire and refine them as silver is refined. And I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Karkadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom and Abba.